I'd like to welcome everybody and thank our hosts here, Evergreen Erectors and Cornerstone Construction, for inviting us to our raising of the last beam at the construction for the concert hall at Inglemoor High School. I'm Joe Paperman. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for the Northshore School District. It was about 2 years ago, a little more than that, when I was sitting in Dr. Reed's office for the very first meeting I had with her. The first thing we talked about was her vision for this concert hall and creating a world-class facility for the performance of music in our community. It was great to have that vision, but the really important part, I think, is this becoming a reality, and that's taking the work of hundreds of our tradesmen, including the iron workers from Evergreen that are working here today. We really appreciate all their efforts, and the reality they're creating is going to benefit and enrich our community for decades to come. You know, when we shared the vision Dr. Reed had for the performance of music, I have to admit I had a little twist on that vision. I really hope that the students will be inspired by the music they hear, but I think I'd like to see some of those students also be inspired by the building they're walking through and just look at it and the beauty of the building and the construction. And maybe a couple of those students will decide, I'd like to be an iron worker and make something that'll benefit my kids and the generations to come. So I really want to thank the folks at Evergreen Erectors and at Cornerstone Construction so much for all their hard work. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dree Ralph, who's our Director of Capital Projects, as well as the project planner who's led this project from the beginning.
It's a great day to be here. Thank you, Dr. Paperman, for reminding us of the vision of this building. There's several groups that we have to take a moment to thank today. The first and foremost is our voters who have funded this project. The second are really our teachers and staff who have helped take that vision that Dr. Reed had and turn it into words that we could share with our design team, who helped make the building and drawings and everything just right. So that team was Huddable and Aremus Architecture, who worked with CPL engineers who put together the structural engineering part of this project. And then we hand it off to the folks who really do the hard work, and that's Cornerstone Construction and Evergreen Erectors. And we're so thankful for the work that they've done, the safety that they've shown on site, and just the really great building that we'll have in the community for years to come. Speaking of the people who are doing the work, we will next hear from Sam Comer from Cornerstone Constructors, who will talk a little bit about this ceremony that is normal in every construction job that involves steel erection.
Thank you, Dree. As she mentioned, my name is Sam Comer with Cornerstone General Contractors. I'd like to say it's been a privilege to work alongside the Northshore School District, Huddable and Aremus Architecture, OAC Services, and the dozens of consultants whose hard work has helped bring us to this point in this important milestone in construction. As a North Shore parent and on behalf of Cornerstone, we'd like to first thank the North Shore School District for their unwavering commitment to deliver outstanding facilities to support the education of our students. And the progress that has brought us to this point would not have been possible without the hard work of dozens of hardworking men and women. And for that, we'd like to thank every crew member of Cornerstone and our major subcontracting partners, including Continental Dirt, Evergreen Erectors, and Milne Electric, whose hard work and commitment to safety have helped bring us to this point. Shortly, the crews from Evergreen are going to raise this last steel beam that's adorned with an American flag and an evergreen tree. That evergreen tree not only represents the safe completion of the steel structure, but also is a symbol for continued good fortune and luck for the remainder of construction and to the eventual habitants of the building, the students of Inglemoor High School and the entire North Shore community.
And next we have Bob Swain, who's our board president, who has really led the board and the policy part of this project.
Hello everyone, Bob Swain here, current board president of the North Shore School Board. We are very excited as a board and as a community to see the progress that's happening here with the concert hall. I must say I live in the neighborhood, and so I run by here a lot and ride my bike, and it caught me by surprise just a few weeks ago to see a structure up. I just was shocked because it seemed like we were here just a few weeks ago. It was a little longer for our groundbreaking. So we are so excited to see this project moving along. Again, we'll want to thank all of our partners in this, especially the community, to see a vision that was brought about by community discussion and thought, to see it actually coming into fruition. It's very exciting. I just wanted to thank all of our partners, contractors, but especially the men and women who are working in the dirt and working in the rain and the cold, the iron workers and cement masons and other subcontractors that are here putting in the hard and dangerous work. This is typically the most dangerous part of the project here. So thank you so much for all your hard work and your dedication. Thank you.
And for our last speaker today, we have Dr. Reed, and Joe mentioned her at the beginning. She's the one who really had the vision of how important music and music education, as well as spoken word and other things that can happen at this facility, how important that is to the education of our North Shore students. And we're excited to hear from her as our final speaker.
Well, thank you, Dree, and I want to take a moment to really thank Dree as the project manager for this world-class concert hall that we're creating and we're inspired to build with community support. Dree and her team have done a fabulous job putting this project together, keeping it on time with a variety of challenges, and bringing what's a really special dream to life, I think, for the students and the community here in North Shore. I also want to thank Dr. Joe Paperman, our Chief Operations Officer, and an absolute music supporter and a supporter of the arts, for helping to nurture this project along. Even when we hit snags at times, it's been a team effort in a true North Shore way. I want to thank Cornerstone and all the subcontractors, the architects, who I understand are Inglemoor alum, and so it's nice to have our students become those community members that can create amazing legacy buildings such as this. It's so important to remember that the arts provide a safe place for students to develop their ideas and their dreams that can carry us as a nation into a brighter, lighter future. I think recently at the inauguration, we saw the power of poetry and the spoken word, and there's no doubt this building behind me is going to be a beacon of light, not just for our community, but for our country at large. I can't wait to see it filled with students and to hear the amazing performances that are yet to come. So join me in imagining the possibilities. Thank you.